You ever wonder why you just can't stop thinking about her? It's been weeks, maybe months. You've deleted the photos, you've stopped texting, you've even convinced yourself you're over her. But she still shows up, in songs, in random thoughts, in dreams. You could be laughing with your friends, and suddenly, her face flashes in your mind. Why does that happen? Welcome to the Psychology of Girls, where we break down the science behind emotions and why love can feel like an addiction. Part 1. The Illusion of Love. What you're feeling right now might not actually be love. See, love and attachment are two different things, but your brain doesn't know that. When you were with her, your brain built associations. The way she smiled, the sound of her voice, the way she said your name. Each one became a chemical signal of comfort and reward. Your brain linked her to dopamine, the chemical of pleasure. So every time you think about her, it's not really her you crave. It's that dopamine hit. That's why even when the relationship ends, your mind replays the same memories over and over. You're not remembering her because you miss her. You're remembering her because your brain is chasing that same chemical rush it once had. Part 2. The Trap of Memory. Your brain doesn't know the difference between memory and reality. When you replay a moment in your head, the laughter, the late-night calls, the way she looked at you, your brain releases the same chemicals it did when that moment actually happened. That's why moving on feels impossible. Because every time you revisit those moments, you reinforce the attachment. You're feeding the very loop you're trying to escape. And here's the painful truth. Sometimes, it's not her that you're obsessed with. It's the version of yourself that existed when you were with her. You miss who you were when you felt loved, valued, and needed. Part 3. The psychological reason you can't let go. Your mind has something called emotional object permanence. It means when someone made you feel safe and understood, your brain refuses to accept that they're gone. It keeps them alive, not physically, but emotionally. That's why random triggers hit so hard. A song, a scent, a street you walked together. Suddenly you're right back there like nothing ever changed. Your mind is trying to keep the connection alive, even when reality says it's over. But here's where things change. Once you realize this isn't love, it's neural conditioning, you take back control. You start to reprogram your brain by cutting off the reward loop. Stop checking her profile, stop revisiting your old messages. Every time you resist the urge, you weaken the addiction. Part 4. Healing and transformation. Healing doesn't mean forgetting her. It means accepting that the chapter is closed. You're not supposed to erase her. You're supposed to grow beyond her. Start creating new memories, new habits, new hobbies, new people. Your brain will eventually link those things with happiness instead of her. And one day, without realizing it, you'll wake up and think about her. But it won't hurt. You won't feel the pull anymore. You'll just feel peace. That's when you'll know you've finally healed. You've broken the loop. This was The Psychology of Girls, where we uncover the truth behind emotions, love, and the mind. If this hit home, give it a like. It helps more than you think. Subscribe for more deep talks that open your mind and heal your heart. And remember, you don't miss her. You miss how she made you feel. But now, it's time to make yourself feel that way, without her. Skull and Sparkles.